And he said, I'll ruin your career. And he did.
Number 10, Michael Bay, ruined Megan Fox. Directed by Michael Bay, the 2007 film Transformers catapulted Megan Fox to international fame.
It looks like your distributor cap's a little loose.
Yeah? How'd you know that?
My dad, he was a real grease monkey. He taught me all about this.
Following the release of the 2009 sequel, Revenge of the Fallen, Fox publicly criticized Bay's authoritarian style of directing, going as far as comparing him to Hitler. The director didn't take too kindly to these comments, and reportedly got several of his crew members to defend him, while simultaneously launching a smear campaign against Fox.
You know, it's unfortunate that it would change public opinion. That, of course, hurts my feelings. I don't ever want people to think I'm difficult to work with or that I'm a bitch, because I try to go out of my way to make people feel comfortable.
This effort seemed to work, as she was fired from the Transformers franchise and soon became known as an actress who was difficult to work with. Although the two appear to have reconciled, with Fox starring in Bay's 2014 reboot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, her reputation has never fully recovered.
You're Ninja Mutant Turtle teenagers.
Well, when you put it like that, it sounds ridiculous.
Number 9, Kim Kardashian, ruined Kris Humphries. It all began with a fairy tale wedding. On August 20th, 2011, reality TV star Kim Kardashian and NBA player Kris Humphries tied the knot in a lavish ceremony that aired as a two-part TV special.
In accord with the laws of the state of California, I pronounce you husband and wife. Kris, you may kiss your bride.
While Humphries was already known in the sports world, his fame skyrocketed due to this wedding. However, after just 72 days, Kardashian filed for divorce. This shocking split drew immense media attention, with many criticizing the marriage as a publicity stunt.
Every paper this morning talking about it, big blank sham on the New York Post, not being so kind.
Humphries tried to move on, but fans never let him forget. They would boo him during games, which affected his performance and caused him to develop anxiety. He retired unceremoniously from basketball in 2019, and now runs a string of restaurant franchises.
Kris entered the business a couple years later after being a frequent customer.
I was going to the one in Wayzata probably 4 times a week.
He was a record-breaking Hopkins High School basketball player before a 13-year NBA career. And yes, you remember his marriage.
Number 8, Tati Westbrook, ruined James Charles. In 2019, the online beauty community was rocked by a scandal involving 2 of its biggest stars.
Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. Obviously from the title you know that this is going to be intense, different, and this is absolutely not a video I ever thought in a million years that I would be making.
YouTuber Tati Westbrook called out her fellow beauty influencer and former protege, James Charles, questioning his loyalty and accusing him of inappropriate behavior with a heterosexual man. These claims were costly for Charles, causing him to lose 1 million subscribers in a single day, a first for any YouTuber.
I will not ask for sympathy, and I will definitely not ask for forgiveness either, but I will ask that you watch this entire thing all the way through before forming any further opinions or talking about this story more.
After addressing Westbrook's remarks, Charles briefly regained public support, but the controversy opened the floodgates to more allegations, including claims of grooming underage fans. This time, YouTube temporarily demonetized his channel, and he lost business deals. Although many fans have moved on from this incident, Charles' public image remains tainted by it.
With those blessings come a lot of people that see those blessings as an opportunity for themselves to either come up or get financial gain or get followers or attention or take me down with them, which has been attempted.
Number 7, Clint Eastwood, ruined Sandra Locke. Oscar-nominated actress and director Sandra Locke began a romantic relationship with Clint Eastwood after meeting him on the set of the 1976 film The Outlaw Josie Wales.
Clouds over there. Clouds are like dreams floating across the sky blue mind.
This relationship ended dramatically in 1989 after Eastwood moved Locke's belongings out of their shared home and changed the locks. Locke filed a palimony suit afterwards, but Eastwood convinced her to drop it by offering a $1.5 million film development deal at Warner Brothers. However, she later discovered this deal was a sham, secretly funded by Eastwood to prevent her from getting any directing work. Due to their controversial breakup, Locke was allegedly blacklisted in Hollywood. She directed her last film in 1997 and faded from the spotlight until her death in 2018. Number 6. Lee Daniels, ruined Monique. After years in the industry as a stand-up comedian and actress, Monique received her first Academy Award for her role in 2009's Precious.
Precious! 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 Get down here! here, bitch! You brought that white bitch up in my house? Why would you bring that bitch up in here?
What seemed like the starting point for even greater success instead marked the beginning of a dramatic downfall. Apparently, Monique had refused calls to promote the film from director Lee Daniels. As a result, the actress claims that Daniels tried to sabotage her career, even explicitly telling her she had been blackballed.
We got labeled as difficult because I said one word, and that was no. Now, I said no to some very powerful people. I said no to Oprah Winfrey. I said no to Tyler Perry. I said no to Lee Daniels, and I said no to Lionsgate.
This sparked a 13-year feud filled with snide remarks in the media from both parties and a lack of substantial work for Monique. However, the two seem to have buried the hatchet, as Daniels publicly apologized to Monique and cast her in his 2024 film, The Deliverance.
If you believe, you shall be saved.
Number 5. Johnny Carson ruined Joan Rivers. Legendary comic Joan Rivers didn't gain national prominence until she began regularly appearing as a guest on The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson in 1965.
You're a knockout, pal.
Second night that I was on, and
right?
I had been working 8 years in Greenwich Village and nothing, and he said, God bless him, you're going to be a star. It changed my life.
However, in 1986, things soured between Rivers and Carson when she was offered her own late-night talk show. Rivers intended to wait for the deal to be finalized before informing Carson, but he found out when the news leaked, which made him furious.
But I suddenly became a threat to Carson. And he did everything he said. I never told him.
Carson severed all ties with Rivers, never speaking with her again until his death in 2005. Due to this dispute, some local stations refused to air Rivers' show, and booking celebrity guests became difficult as no one wanted to displease Carson. All of these contributed to the show's failure and cancellation after just 9 months.
We'll be back with more of Miss Betty Davis after this message, so don't go anywhere.
Number 4. Charlie Sheen ruined Selma Blair. In 2011, actor Charlie Sheen was fired from the CBS sitcom 2.5 Men after a heated feud with the show's creator, Chuck Lorre.
The biggest money-making sitcom on television is officially down a man.
Hey, Charlie, what are you going to do now that 2.5 Men's done?
Disneyland, I'll tell you.
Sheen then filed a wrongful termination lawsuit against the studio, but 2 years later, he turned around and did the same thing to someone else. Following his unceremonious dismissal, Sheen began starring alongside Selma Blair in the FX show Anger Management, which he also executive produced.
So you've just written this person out of your life. There's no coming back, there's no second chances.
That's how the Goodsons work. Eliminate the problem, make them disappear.
But his frequent lateness to set led Blair to complain about his behavior, which infuriated Sheen. He demanded that the producers fire her, and consequently, Blair was let go. Since then, the actress, who once enjoyed a steady stream of film roles, saw her opportunities dwindle.
You fought to still be here.
Yeah.
With everything you've got.
I really did. We all will come to times where we're gonna have to fight harder than we think.
Number 3. Will Smith ruined Janet Hubert. Fans of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air vividly remember how suddenly the actress playing Aunt Viv was changed between seasons 3 and 4.
You know, Miss Banks, since you had that baby, there's something different about you.
Janet Hubert, who originated the role, was replaced by Daphne Maxwell Reid, who stayed on till the end of the series. This switch occurred partly due to a rift between Hubert and lead actor Will Smith.
I think Will simply needed to win, and I think sometimes when you get caught up in a lie, and those things never happened. She never left the set, I never left the set. We got along great.
At the time, Smith claimed Hubert was jealous of his success and had become difficult to work with on set, leading to her departure. Although Hubert later clarified she was never fired, the label stuck and she struggled to find roles afterwards. The feud between her and Smith lasted until 2020, when they eventually reconciled during the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion.
I could not do a 30-year celebration of this show and not celebrate you.
Number 2. Alfred Hitchcock ruined Tippi Hedren. Screen legend Tippi Hedren was an inexperienced actress when Alfred Hitchcock discovered her and signed her to a 7-year contract. She then starred in his films The Birds and Marnie.
Why don't you love me, Mama? I've always wondered why you don't.
While this was a great opportunity for an unknown performer, Hedren's experience working with Hitchcock was horrible. The director made several advances towards her, which she turned down, and also reportedly sexually assaulted her during the production of Marnie.
It was a very uncomfortable situation, and I became very, very good at getting out I would always have somewhere to go, had to be somewhere, had something to do.
Fed up with his behavior, Hedrin asked to be released from her contract, but Hitchcock, who had allegedly threatened to ruin her career for rejecting him, refused to do so. Instead, he kept her bound in the contract for 3 more years, causing her to miss out on many desirable roles.
He said, "I'll ruin your career." I said, "Do what you have to do. I'm gone." And he did ruin my career.
Number 1, Justin Timberlake, ruined Janet Jackson. In early 2004, Janet Jackson was gearing up to release her 8th studio album, Damita Jo. That February, she was billed to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. During Jackson's set, pop star Justin Timberlake joined her on stage, and the two performed a duet of his song, Rock Your Body. But just as the song ended, Timberlake inadvertently exposed her breast on live TV for a split second. This wardrobe malfunction, as it came to be known, had a lasting impact on Jackson's career. She was blacklisted from radio and music channels, and her album sales suffered. Timberlake, on the other hand, emerged largely unscathed from the incident and seemingly failed to show public support for Jackson during this difficult period.
All the emphasis was put on me, not on Justin, and Justin, we were friends.
Do you know any other celebrity whose career was ruined by a fellow famous person? Share them with us in the comments below.
You got to play ball. This is not just show. It's show business, and you've got to play ball.
Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.